Welcome to Hot Women Wanted.
We're three childhood best friends who have been through it all and talk about it all.
Everything from hot flashes to hot takes to hot topics. So come join us. Hi, Hotties. Welcome to Hot Women Wanted podcast episode 11.
Woo-hoo!
I'm Meredith Young. I'm joined by my fellow co-hosts and hotties, Julie Cola and Julie Strauss-Greeley. It feels like we've been here before, but who knows? How are we feeling, gals? Is that just menopause
here? Feeling great. Feeling good. Feeling good. Energized.
I have some deja vu, and I don't know what it's from, but maybe that's just being our age.
Mara, give us a little update because you're the test kitchen, basically. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like, everything is going well. Like, yeah.
We're talking about your HRT, in case anyone's coming late to the podcast.
Yeah, so I've been on an HRT journey, and Julie Strauss just turned me on to Duave. I'm like, what am I, 3 weeks in? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month? Maybe
I think this is week 3. I think today begins week 3.
Yeah. And it's all going well. Like, nothing new.
That's good.
So,
no news
really
is good news when it comes to HRT, so I'm told.
It's totally.
So I'm told.
That's true.
So
just for those who are just joining, only 2 of us are in menopause at this point.
I'm in perimenopause. You're not. You know what? I'm going to take that phrase away from you as well. I've now issued another proclamation. And the proclamation is you can't utter any version of the word menopause because you ain't in it.
No, I'm in it, girl. You're in childbearing years.
Oh my God, please. I can't even talk about it. Can't even talk about it. Mary, who knows what advances they will make in HRT by the time Julie enters menopause.
I know. We'll be shriveled up. Like, I won't be able to open my eyes anymore.
I'll be Demi Moore for that movie. Seriously, it will be the substance, Jules. It will be for you. Totally.
I mean, the fountain of youth is on this podcast right now.
I wish. Really.
Okay.
And the ultimate irony is that you're going to share a menopausal beauty trend with us, please. I am in perimenopause.
Well, anyway, why don't you share that beauty trend though? It is a good one.
And I am just for our hotties. I very much am in full perimenopause. So I am. That is. Come on, we're all the same age, and I am. Just having to get my period every 28 days. If you say so. Could wind the watch by your period schedule, but okay.
Exactly.
Moving on to hot beauty products for hot women wanted, or if you're a hottie. I've talked about this brand before. This brand is called Womaness, and they make beauty products for women who are in perimenopause or menopause. And I featured Let's Necking, which is a neck roller with serums on it that I love, and that a few of us use that we love.
I do love that too.
And this is another product from the same company, Womaness, that I also use. And this product is called Eye Opener. And the serum, you squeeze the serum onto this nice cool metal, and then you put it under your eyes, and it depuffs your eyes. It has anti-wrinkling cream in it. And it does not have a retinol. It has a substitute for a retinol that's more gentle on your skin, because you would never put retinol near your eyes. Never do that. I'm a big retinol fan, but you never put that near your eyes. So they have alternate, more natural products in here that are non-hormonal that you can put near your eyes. And it depuffs, it de-wrinkles, it refreshes your whole look in the morning, and I absolutely love it. And this is called Eye Opener, and you can wear it. I do it sometimes at the night. You could definitely do it in the morning when you're getting those little bags, when you wake up with little bags underneath your eye.
I use it in the morning.
Yeah. I do.
I will say, as a very, very dry menopause woman, the water gets sucked out of me so quickly. It's almost like there's salt living in my body, and just it slurps in. I was not able to use this product. It was I'm too dry for it, and when it went on, my lines just truly they accentuated. But I do love Womaness, and I do love the neck roller. For some reason, that one didn't.
I love it. Yeah.
I happen to love it, and I've been using it now. I almost think a a year and a half, 2 years now almost, and I love it.
Yeah. I've been
It's
using it a long time
applicator.
too.
It feels so good when you put it on right here. It feels
a
so
nice
good.
cool applicator.
A
Squeeze a little
cream.
bit. It's a cream.
Yeah, I love all their stuff. I use their body cream too that comes in a tube, which is a great way. It's a I forgot what it's called. It's also like a cute quippy name. And as we all know, lotions and potions. I'm like a chemist over here. Add that to all my other titles, chemist. But I mix it with a body oil that I referenced the other day, and I love their body cream too. I use this product. I love this product. For me, I am definitely drier as well, but I'm not too dry for it. So that's a good reco. I love it.
It's really nice, especially in the morning when you everyone gets a little puffy underneath their eyes, and you're just like.
I'm a lot puffy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm
So
a
I
lot
highly
puffy.
recommend this, and I'll put the link in our Instagram for this.
Perfect. Awesome.
Well, let's
Moving
move
on.
on. We do have a hot seat this week. It's not one of us, thankfully. Strauss has managed to stay out of
I
it.
have managed to stay out of it somehow. Shocking.
Shocking, shocking.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Exactly. Cola, would you tell us who's in the hot seat this week?
Well, I'll tell you because none of us really watched it, but we're going to put new boot Roni in the hot seat because it ended this week, and the season started with a lie, with a pregnancy prank, which was not funny at all. It was insulting to women who were having a hard time with fertility. And then it ended with a really upsetting ending about SA and accusing, not accusing, but more Brynn, shared, it was very upsetting. She shared that she was SA'd, and she didn't tell any of the cast, but she told her brother on camera, I haven't told anybody but you. And then the very last episode, she was having a fight with Uba, and Uba was doing a little bit of slut shaming, I must say. She was, to Brynn. And then Brynn said privately to the girls, I can't believe Uba's doing this to me because she knows I have been SA'd. And all the women got really upset with Uba. And then we learned later in the episode that simply wasn't true. According to Uba, she never told her. And then Brynn had a hard time remembering telling her. So now the women on the show felt like she never did tell her. And Brynn had been lying a lot all season, apparently. And it was just a really weird way to end the season. It wasn't fun. It was just really dark.
Yeah. And
it was just a really unhappy, weird place to end the season that already wasn't a good season. And it was two weird lies, pranks and lies and dark. And I have no desire to watch the reunion. I really don't. I don't
either. Actually, I heard Jenna Lyons being interviewed about this, and she's so empathetic. And so her take on it was Jenna was talking about when she was a young girl, how she didn't get enough attention, and so she used to make up these big elaborate lies to get attention, and then she kind of grew out of that and learned, that was a behavior she was doing, and she outgrew it. But she was saying that she really thinks Brynn is kind of doing this now, which is like she lies a lot and she elaborates and really distorts the truth, and it's really for this attention, because she doesn't get enough attention. So
I think it's a really interesting take because Brynn does come off as immature.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's an adult woman. She's about, she's in her late 30s. And the constant lying and poking, and she needs so much attention. And this was really not a good look for her. And, we'll use the word allegedly, whether she told Uba or not, but the footage does not look like she told Uba. Yeah. And it was a disturbing way to end the season. And I don't know. Yeah. You lost me. You lost me.
Yeah. We talked about it early on. They lost us. We were all not really watching, and I think this is a reboot on a reboot, Andy. I don't think this is working either. So I don't know what you do. And it seems crazy to me, right? Like New York City, where it seems to be having the hardest time finding, people to be on the show. But anyway,
like we were saying, you know what? We don't need the old Roni. We loved old Roni.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe those heydays might be over. But there's nothing like a classic Roni. You know what I mean? They're fun to watch. And there was nothing fun about this. And it wasn't entertaining. No. It really wasn't. It really was just dark. And that's not fun for anybody.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So that was the hot seat. But
you know what?
Hot off the press.
Yeah, why don't you take us right into hot off the press?
Me?
You have you know what? I'll take us into hot off the press.
I thought you'd do Alec and Hilaria.
It's Hilaria.
Oh, that's sorry. Sorry, I prompted the wrong Julie. Actually, Would you take us into hot off the press?
I sure will, because boy, have I been chomping at the bit at this one. So, hot off the press, I think it came through my newswire today, that the reality show that Alec Baldwin and his wife, Ilaria, that's a silent H, and their 7...
If you're from Connecticut.
Ilaria from Connecticut. Ilaria from Connecticut. And their 7 children, not 5, not 6, 7, have landed themselves a reality television show. I think it's on TLC. Don't quote me, but I think it is. And I just want to say, what has happened to Alec Baldwin? Has he been lobotomized? Who is this man? I don't recognize him. I mean, one of my favorite actors ever, one of my most favorite comedic actors ever. Every scene in 30 Rock, he absolutely stole. He was brilliant. He's brilliant, and It's Complicated. Every time that movie's on, I can't help but stop whatever I'm doing and watching.
He was great on SNL.
Great on SNL. He's been, I don't know what. I mean, this is insanity to me. Insanity to me. I don't even want to watch my own kids. I don't want to watch your 7 kids. Sorry.
And besides that, we know, Alec Baldwin, unfortunately, and it's very tragic, is involved with a lawsuit that happened on his movie set where he tragically, and I know it was by accident, killed a woman on the set with his gun by accident. It went off, and they're going to talk about that on this show, and it feels very exploitive to me. You can't show off your family, your big, huge family, and somebody lost their family. A man lost his wife, a little boy lost his mom, somebody lost their daughter, somebody lost his sibling. Like, you can't do that. It just feels so wrong.
And
to
also,
me.
they don't need this. They don't need it.
I mean,
you want to stumble upon the family with the sextuplets that found their way to TLC, and then suddenly everybody gets sucked into it, and they're from a small rural community, and you're like, oh wow, okay, great. Like, Alec Baldwin and his wife don't need, like, this is, I don't know what this is. It's just horrible. So that's
not that it all comes back to Kyle, but I did hear her say the exact same thing when she was being interviewed. She was like, I don't need this. Why am I having to take this from these women? I have money. And I was like, that's a great question, Kyle.
Yeah, it is. And we will get to that
later. Let's get back to that.
We will get to that. What else is in hot off the press?
Another thing hot off the press was there was a Rachel and a Matt sighting in New York City, and lots of rumors swirling that potentially they were back together. And lo and behold,
Matt James and his girlfriend Rachel O'Connell.
What did I say?
We just said Matt and Rachel, but maybe everybody doesn't know who we're talking about.
Oh, okay. Yes, the Bachelor couple. Anyway, there was a sighting, and there was a lot of talk about them being back together, and apparently not, because Rachel commented on a post. Tell me who it was again.
Dumois.
And she said, it wasn't me.
She said, not me.
Not me.
I think did she say LOL?
She did. She said, not me, LOL. She did say LOL. So good on you, Rachel. LOL.
Yeah. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
Hold out for Craig Conover. Hold out for Craig Conover. He's available.
Rachel, good riddance.
Hold on for Craig Conover, who also this week in Hot Off the Press officially unfollowed Paige. And that's an ouch. It's an ouch for all of us, but he is over and done. Over and out. So guess what?
He's over now. Yeah.
Find each other in the TV universe, Craig and Rachel. We love it.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Jewish
What do the kids say? What's the term?
Rachel and Craig.
What is the term the kids use? We ship it, we stan it, whatever the hell. That's what I do. It's like if you're into a relationship, you stan it. You ship it.
You ship it?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do we know? But something like that.
I've heard my kids say. I've heard my kids saying it. I'm borrowing it to be the cool mom. I'm a cool mom. Don't you know?
Did you get it right though? It's not
I'm
cool.
not sure.
You didn't get it right.
I'm not sure. But here's the good news. Even if I didn't, our audience won't know. That I can assure you. I can assure you that our audience won't know. They're going for it.
Let's not give our hand away.
Okay.
Let's not show all of our party tricks. All right, I think we're going to move on
tonight. Let's move on to the Traitors.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to our hot takes, and we'll start with the Traitors. And let me just say, this is a spoil. Like, we're gonna, if you are not caught up on Traitors, move on to our next segment, because there'll be some spoilers in here. But we're gonna start the Traitor segment with 2 words:
Boston Rob.
Boston Rob. Boston Rob.
We love Boston Rob. We love Boston Rob.
We're going to start it with 2 words. Rob. I'm like,
I kind of forgot the second one. I'm like,
by the way,
another word?
By the way, that's one word.
How's that HRT working?
It's not great. It's not great. If this is better, you know how bad it was.
Boston Rob. I mean, listen.
We love him.
We love him. I mean, and I love him. I want him on my screen. I don't want him to go anywhere. I want him to last as long as possible. Do I think he's going to end up at the very, very end winning this thing? I don't. Do I think he's come out of the gate a little bit hot, sort of playing like a single player when this isn't really a single player game? I don't.
You know what it is? This is what I think. He's a gamer, and they're blowing it. And he can't stand the fact that they're not playing right. So he's playing really hard, but he's playing too hard because he's isolating them and they're turning on him because he's taking control.
When I think about Rob, Boston Rob, 2 words, he's a 1 speed guy. I don't think he's got another speed. Like, I think this is it. Like, this is the way he plays, for better or for worse. He even says it himself. At some points, he's like, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but this is what I'm doing, So I agree. I'm not sure he's going to make it to the end by this.
I mean, people are definitely onto him. People are definitely onto him.
Everybody on all sides. The traitors,
except they didn't vote him out this week. The whole thing turned around.
It's very strange. He has a real power of the tongue. Like he can really kind of talk his way out of a paper bag because I have to give credit where credit is due. Let's talk about another Bob. And first of all, it's Bob the drag queen, Bob Harper, Rob the. Right. It's like I can't. It's like when I'm calling my kids. It's like I don't know what name I'm saying. But anyway, Bob Harper. Yeah. Who, by the way, just a moment. I'm loving having Bob Harper back on my screen. Is anybody else feeling the same way?
The same way. I miss that.
I know this is a controversial. It turned out in retrospect to be a very controversial show. The Biggest Loser. Yes. And quite fraudulent, and they practically killed those people to get them to lose weight, which is what came out afterwards, which I shouldn't even be giggling about. But Bob Harper, I miss him on my screen. I'm so happy to have him back. And he, at the round table, he took it right to Boston Rob and was like, well, how do we know this came up last week?
Vote for him, but then he didn't vote for him.
You didn't vote for him. Nobody did. Boston Rob somehow gets out of it, and also that's when Chriselle came up with her truth serum that I really know who the traitor is.
Confession.
And turns on her best friend Nikki Bella.
Sobbing confession. I was laughing so hard. She's like, my heart is breaking, but I know this is
I feel
true.
really badly saying this. I don't know if I can get it out. It's like, Chriselle, jeez.
And then she's like, I'm a faithful. I thought Chriselle was gonna die. Like right there on the set. I thought
Chriselle didn't do herself any favors. I mean, she was kind of like, I'm not a traitor. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, fight a little bit more than that. You know what I mean? Like you have to. There's an art to this thing. You have to be a wordsmith.
That is what Gabby said too. I think after the fact, the other girl who was a Bambi, who's one of her best friends, was like, then fight for yourself more. Like you gave us nothing at the table. Like you can't, when you're in the hot seat, you can't sit there and be like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm a faithful. It's like, okay, you're out.
That's how Phaedra saved herself last year. She was such a wordsmith.
Yeah.
That she knew how to read that story, and by the end, you were just mesmerized by her. If you don't do that, and I think Rob has people. A lot of people are charmed by Rob. And Dylan Efron is charmed by Rob. Yes. And I have a theory, and my own little theory, and this is in my head. I didn't read this anywhere. I have a feeling that at some point, if Rob stays in the game, as a traitor, they're going to tell the traitors they can bring on another traitor, and I think he's going to try to make Dylan Efron a traitor. I have a feeling.
So the question is, I think that's a great theory. The question is, will Dylan say yes, or will he say no, like Pilot Pete?
Well, and I don't know that he will ask Dylan because I think he strategically it's better to keep Dylan as a faithful.
Agreed.
Than to bring him in. Like someone like a Dolores or somebody who's so far flying off the under the radar might be better for him to bring in than his BFF. I don't know if that will serve him well.
All right, that's my theory. Let's see what happens.
We'll
I think that's a good theory. I think that's a good theory.
I do too. Okay, well, let's move on to next week. Can talk about Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Let's talk about Bev Hills. Let's see.
Okay, so I'm going to start with this. Mary, you're going to love this because I am going to quote or sort of refer to some of your faves, who I don't listen to, by the way, on Radio Andy, but they were referenced in something else that I either saw on TikTok or on Instagram, and I think this is the Smith sisters, and I think
love those. By the way, can I just give them a big shout out? I love
Sure.
those Smith sisters like they're my own daughters. When they say bye, sister, I'm like, bye, sister. I've always wanted a sister, and now I have 3. I love you. I listen to them every morning. I can't get enough.
So I don't know which sister it was, but they have a theory that, because everybody is like, what is going on? This is coming up every episode. We can't get off this track. We're not learning about Boz. We're not learning about Tilly.
Yeah,
Nobody else has a storyline. Okay, so their theory is that Dorit and Kyle made a pact before the season ever started to say, we don't want our divorces talked about, and we don't want to have to answer to anybody about, oh, I saw Mauricio was in the New York Post with this girl, and PK's out at this club. And we don't want to have to discuss our divorce, the terms of our divorce, and the fact that these guys are out there with other women. So we're going to make a pact, and we're going to bring this storyline to the season. It's going to keep us both relevant. It's going to keep us both on the show, and it's going to distract everybody from what we're really going through, which is these heinous divorces. Throwing it out there. Not my theory.
I don't agree with that.
Well,
I think Kyle's too
it feels
selfish.
very real. But I will say this about the Smith sisters: they've worked behind the scenes on these shows.
They have production backgrounds.
Oh, that's their theory? That's the Smiths? That's their theory?
That's not my theory. That's the Smith sister. What do you think I went through the whole
Oh,
rigmarole?
that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't realize that was their theory. I think Kyle.
Banana out of your ear. I mean, come on. We're on a live recording here, ladies. Let's go.
I need that. The tueve.
You're like, I don't agree with that theory. I'm like, it wasn't my theory. It's the Smiths. You're like, oh, okay.
I mean, they might have some inside information. They might get inside information.
They claim they don't. They claim they don't. They claim they don't. Listen,
but they do know their inner workings. They do know the inner workings, so I kind of trust them. The only thing I will say is Kyle is such a disaster that I don't know that she would do this.
I don't think she would do that. I think she's
bad.
too selfish. She's too selfish for that. It's all about her. I don't think she cares about Dorit. So I think it's all about her.
This is such a bad season for her. It's such a bad edit. But honestly, enough. Like really enough. Like truly.
I don't want to see another 3 episodes about this.
No, I can't. I really can't. Like this cannot be the whole thing. Like they've got to move off of this. I don't care. And also we've got
Kyle fake quitting the show. That's ridiculous.
For 1 week. I wish it would have been like,
and did
go
you hear
join
Bo?
Kathy.
Bo was like, I didn't think that was allowed. I mean, and I think maybe.
And my other favorite thing was like Kathy, who's a cast member this year, in quotes, for those of you who are just listeners, I just used air quotes. They had her down for like some kind of production for this episode. Meanwhile, she's in like fucking Rome. So they put her on a phone call with Kyle, like a FaceTime of like, just to get the like production credit in for Kathy. It's like, Kathy, you're either on the show or you're not on the show. It's like,
she's like, hold on, Kyle, hold on, Paris. Kyle, just hang in there. Just hang in there.
No kidding. Like, has anybody noticed? Like Kathy was in like the first 2 episodes when it was her story. She took them to that like fucking Hilton property in God knows where, and she's been gone. Like,
didn't say a word. Didn't say a word.
She's been gone. She's like, oh, you're fighting with Dorit. Okay, well, good luck with that, honey. You know, it's like,
she's like, all right, well, good luck. Gotta go. Go back to my vacation.
Yeah. It was crazy. But in all seriousness, like, I want to learn more. I'm liking Jennifer Tilly. I love her quips. I love her. I mean, I can't get enough. I want to learn.
They're at each other's throats, and then Jennifer Tilly goes, is there any delicious coffee back there?
No, the best is when her massage started with, by the way, great company name, Manly Hands. First of all, brilliant company name. Love it.
Yeah.
No sponsor, but I'd love to be sponsored by Manly Hands. And anyway, and he's like starting her massage, and she's like, don't worry, we'll be fighting in about 5 minutes. Like, she goes, this is going to end. And like, sure enough, these women are like ripping each other to shreds. It's just unbelievable. And then Kyle reads the text again, leaving out stumbling over her words. You're right, Julie. Definitely leaving out
But she
sentences.
doesn't read. Yeah, if you notice that, she doesn't read the whole thing.
Yeah.
No. And it wasn't the same read as the read in Chuck E. Cheese. Like, this is
No.
an actress who memorizes lines. Like, memorize it. Kyle, memorize it. Like, seriously, like, at least you're an actress. Like, at least commit it to memory. Like, something.
And I
so
love how Bose is not, she's on to her. She has her number.
She does. And she's
And
not
Bose-
afraid to say it.
Let me tell you about a spin-off that I want. Bose and Garcelle are the Lucy and Ethel we never knew we needed
Oh my
and wanted.
God. We have to pitch that. I mean, that is a great show. I will watch that show.
I would watch that show.
Yeah.
They are
They have
real.
chemistry,
They are powerful. They are working. They are workers. They're self-made. They've got kids and family drama. I would sign up for that show in a heartbeat.
Me too.
And I listen, Bose is brand new, and I'm not even a huge Dorit fan. However, this season I am, and
Yeah.
she really has her back. She's like really listening to it, and she's kind of like,
Yeah.
this doesn't add up. This whole Kyle thing doesn't add up. I'm not going for it.
Well, again, I
Yeah.
heard this on Radio Andy, but she was like, I will not stand by and let somebody be bullied. That's what she
Yeah.
said. She's like, I will
Yeah,
not
she
stand by and
shouldn't.
let that happen.
She shouldn't.
And so she obviously she saw something there where she was like, this is not
Yeah.
good.
One
Yeah.
other thing I also want to shout out. I really did appreciate this. Again, women of a certain age, lotions/potions. I really appreciated the last scene with Erica and Dorit at the spa. Having that conversation went nowhere. Their friendship might be over also because Erica can't get off the fucking fence. She's such a loser character. But barefaced, loved it. Not a stitch of makeup, not a stitch of glam, no eyelashes, no jewelry. I love it.
They both look great.
They both look great. They both look great. I thought that was really good. I thought that was great.
I love that too. And they really did. They look beautiful.
Although Dorit really may have to dump Erica as a friend because Erica, like, pick a side, pick a lane. Like, are you that lame?
I know.
Really?
You know what?
And
I
you
think
know what?
everybody thinks Kyle Richards. She's a producer on the show, so they think she's, that's
I
your
was a producer on the show?
She is.
She is
She
a
gets
producer.
credit.
Because she somehow, at the very beginning, she pitched the show with her sisters. That was like the original Bravo idea. So I think she gets a producer credit.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
She gets some type of producer credit. She does. I know
What?
it's very shady. It's very, but Bethany got one, I think, on New York.
Hang on, I'm just going to say, guys
Guys.
out there, we think so. We're
Yeah.
pretty sure.
I'm not positive, but I think so. I really do think so. I read that. I did read it.
I could spend the rest of the podcast on this. What?
We're gonna find out for sure next time, but I'm pretty sure.
By the way, we could Google it. I mean, it's kind of like, Mary, you're our resident Google. Google it.
Okay.
Can you imagine if we're like, oh, she's not a producer. Like,
I want to say because tonight we are running tight on time. I think we should just briefly go over Salt Lake City just because it was the beginning of the reunion.
we should. I think we can
Oh,
move
wow.
on. Mary,
Yes, Kyle Richards is considered a producer on the
Yeah,
Real
and I think that's
Housewives of Beverly
shady. I
Hills.
don't think that should be allowed. To be
That's
honest,
really shady.
I don't think any cast member should be get a producer credit. That seems so unfair. And guess what?
Stephanie had
She's
one.
always
really
producing.
she's always producing.
terrible.
Yeah,
I don't. Now I like her even less.
I know.
In the inimitable words of Lisa Vanderpump's husband, who we think is still living.
No, it's
Goodbye,
Sutton.
Kyle.
No, it was Sutton Strack this week. I will not bow down to the altar of Kyle Richards. Sutton Strack.
Love it. But, see,
Until
but,
next
guys,
episode.
but guys, this is my point. We're missing so much about all these other people. Like, where are all these other characters? Like, I feel like Andy needs to go into the hot seat. Like, Andy needs to be asked about this on the reunion. We're not even going to get to the root of the reunion because really Andy needs to be asked. He needs to be put up to answer for this because he's running the show. It's like, why is this all we're seeing? Why?
Well,
all right,
because
sorry.
Kyle's
We
a
gotta
producer.
move on. We gotta move on.
Let's move on. And we got to
We have one more show. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jules.
Salt Lake City, very briefly. Let's do
Oh.
very briefly, then we'll move on to hot takes. Okay,
Oh.
let's just do it very
Salt Lake
briefly.
City.
And I'm just going to say right off the top, and this is very like, the makeup on the reunion was very orange. Have you noticed that everyone got spray tans, very orange? Was it the lighting or was it the bad makeup?
The looks were
The looks were
beyond awful. Where was Mary Cosby's neck? I love Mary.
Oh my God,
But
Mary
where
looks
was
like
Her
she's
neck.
sitting in a hole.
I missed her. I love Mary. I love Mary being
you know
there.
what
I missed
else?
her neck.
And you know what I realized? When you watch the after shows, she's wearing a lot of very big statement necklaces this season. She's wearing almost like a metal plate in the after show. Yeah. There's a couple of other scenes where she's wearing a very big thing. I'm wondering, is she like us? Is she feeling concerned about her neck and she doesn't want to show?
Hey, womaness, you should send Mary
and
Kelsey. That's
also,
necking.
her hands are, in all seriousness, her hands are covered in every scene. Did you notice Mary this season is wearing gloves in every single scene? Guess what shows your age first? Your hands and your neck. So I think Mary is a hottie, one of us.
Okay.
Of course she is. Of course she is.
I love Mary more than anything. I'll take her.
Yeah.
No, take her. I'll take her.
This is what I want to say. My theme for the reunion is Bronwyn is a mystery wrapped in a riddle, stuffed inside of an enigma.
So I just want to say,
I don't know what to think. I don't know what to. Somebody help me figure this out. This is like a math problem for me. This is algebra.
Okay, so Lisa Barlow, I don't like the whole exposing. First of all, she got, what's that girl's name? Emma. Emma was fired, obviously, from the jewelry job.
Clearly.
Oh,
and Emma fired.
Fired.
Emma was fired on the spot.
She's like, Emma wrote to me and said, the boss of that place must have been like, what?
Emma, get out. Emma, you're fired.
Exactly.
Emma was outed. And then, I love Bronwyn, but like, is Bronwyn a liar?
Yeah, I think so. I think I gotta say
Not
yes.
about her daughter. Not about her daughter.
No.
Oh, no. About the jewelry.
Let's just say there's 2 more episodes of the reunion. Let's just say that flat out. As far as Gwen, as far as this adoption, birth story, this storyline, I am 100% Team Bronwyn. I think Lisa Barlow is 1,000,000% wrong, and the fact that she can't even own that small piece of it. And by the way, she's sitting on the couch surrounded by her 2 ass-kissing friends. It's Heather on one side and Meredith on the other. If you guys go back and watch that footage, first Heather kind of under her breath said to her, she's got this. Like she's got this one. Like you're not right about it. About the Gwen thing.
Did I say that?
Yep. She full on said it. And then another time, Meredith said, "I think what Bronwyn is saying, she would like you to acknowledge, she would like an apology for the fact that you spoke about it on the after show." She couldn't do it. And not only that, she's fighting with people as we record this. Does she have a team of 20 people who run her social media? I know she's got 7 lawyers, but like she is fighting on Twitter all day long, on Instagram. She is commenting, or somebody on her team is commenting on every single post that is negative for her.
I'm sure it's her personally doing it.
This is great, guys. This is crazy. Like, this is crazy behavior.
I know. She's gotten a little
And also,
crazy.
it involves an 18-year-old girl who, it gets ugly.
So ugly.
I don't like that.
So ugly.
Listen, and again, I'm going to go on and say it before all the hate comes at me. Lisa Barlow is an important part of this show. We don't have a show without Lisa Barlow. I want her on my screen.
Me too.
I'm not trying, but this is awful. Now, to answer your question.
But I will say this. Before you do that, I'm going to say, I blame Bronwyn though for this whole thing with her daughter. If this is such a sensitive thing, do not go on a reality TV show. It will come out. Everything comes out, and she had the decision not to come on the show.
It's true though. Listen. You want to protect the kids,
And
but if you've
she's been trying to get on the show since season 1. She auditioned in season 1.
She wasn't protecting her daughter. It's
People
her
dig. We all know
job.
that. You go on a show that people dig and they dig and they dig.
It is her job to protect her own daughter, and if that is really sensitive, don't go on this show.
Fair.
She wanted to be on TV. She wanted
did.
fair.
Yes.
And I want Bronwyn on TV. I like Bronwyn on the show. I like her. I like her.
I love her on the show, but I agree with you. There's something
I
going
like her
on.
grouchy husband. I like her rich, grouchy husband.
Me
I do.
too. Oh my God, boy, oh boy, am I geared up for round 2? Because I got to tell you, when he was like, "Watch your," first of all, also John Barlow, shut up. Now this is your theme. You can't even parallel park. You're gonna get a fight. You're gonna get in a fight with Whitney's husband, who could eat you for lunch. First of all, that fight was ridiculous, and now it's like, watch your tone. Todd was like, watch your tone. Andy Cohen was like,
I was shaking with my shoes at home. I'm like, John, for God's sakes, zip it.
Watch your tone, buddy. Watch your tone.
I'm like, as soon as Todd was like, watch your tone, it was like ice through the. I was like, oh my God, Todd's so mean. He's so scary. But like, what is John Barlow doing?
But let's think about this now. She doesn't have the earrings. She'd be wearing them. That would be the big.
Nope.
That would be the big fuck you wearing the
On
earrings.
Watch What Happens Live, what she said was, and it also wasn't, by the way, it wasn't super clear on Watch What Happens Live either. As I said,
It wasn't.
she's a bit of a riddle.
It
She's
wasn't
a bit of a riddle. But from what I could make out, what she was saying on Watch What Happens Live was, she didn't buy the necklace and the earrings that were shown on that episode. She was working with that jeweler to create 2 other pieces for her. They were not finished yet, so therefore she hadn't paid for it. She's like, of course I didn't pay for it. I didn't receive it yet. Then we taped the reunion. Lisa brings out this whole thing about she goes, and so Andy's like, so you're not getting anything from that jewelry? She's like, no, I'm not doing anything with that jewelry store. I'm taking my business.
By the way, very convenient that you thought all this up later, but in the moment on the reunion, she did not say that.
She did.
Well,
I'm
also
not sure if that story is true.
Yeah,
But all she
I
kept saying, but Lisa's part isn't true either. It's like,
No,
so
I mean,
all
yeah, I
Bronwyn
know.
kept saying, all Bronwyn kept saying is like, wait, the jewelry store just texted you out of the blue?
Right.
Give me a break, Lisa.
Right. Give me a break.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to our. I think we only have one closing hot take this week.
Jules,
and,
we're going to take it away. Closing hot takes today.
Me? Okay.
Yes, it's you.
It's not great. It's not a great one, but it's another one of these epic fails for us menopausal women. So today I had my colonoscopy, which I want to just say to everybody out there, be sure, be mindful, get all your testing done. As you might have heard, I had a mammogram, one of the other episodes. I'm in my era of getting all my appointments done. So unfortunately, this is the year I'm due for a colonoscopy. And not a great day yesterday afternoon preparing for
Let's not
that.
go into detail on that.
We won't get into the details, but not a great day. The highlight, this is how sick and twisted I am. And the highlight is you wake up the morning of feeling
5 pounds lighter.
So I whipped out that scale like it was as if it were a regular day. As if it were a regular day. I was like, well, I am losing so much weight. Meanwhile, haul my ass up to the Upper East Side for this colonoscopy, and I check in at the counter, and it's like a young girl who's like snapping gum, barely looks up, but I'm like checking in, trying to be like so nice to everybody. They tell you to be there early. I'm like, oh, checking in, Julie Grilly. She asked for my ID. She's like, check this, check that. And she goes, so was not making eye contact with me. Waiting room full of people. She's like, so what is the date of your last period? I was like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Did you ask that again? She was like, the date of your last menstrual period? I was like, I looked around as if I was on a stage. I'm like, my last menstrual period. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I'm fully in menopause. I'm like, everybody, I've been in menopause for 5 or 6 years now. She was like, it's just a routine question, man. I'm like, I'll take my seat and fill out the rest of the paperwork. You're in my head. First of all, I was feeling so cocky after that scale. I was like, marched my way into the colonoscopy. I'm like, not only am I down like 5 pounds, but I am looking so thin and young from all of these skin products, and she still thinks I get my period. I'm like, this is a fabulous day. I'm like, I love colonoscopy day.
Literally, I hope our other hotties are too. I'm literally crying, laughing.
Swear to God, I was like, my period. Thank you so much. I'm like, I'm 56. Haven't had a period for years. She's like, great. It's a routine question. I'm like,
Oh my God, that's great. Okay, so that's a good one. That is a good one. I hope I can play this
so
one.
that was my menopausal moment.
That's
We
funny.
We made it through, guys.
We made it through.
We made it through.
We did. Another week. Episode 11, Angel Numbers, or whatever that's called for 11. Oh, that's 11.
Yes.
That's 11-11.
11, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it.
Angel
I'll
Numbers.
take it.
We did it. We did it.
Okay, well, I love you guys. Let's say
Hey,
We're
goodbye.
going to see you, and we're
shout
going
out.
to see you before our
I
next
know.
recording.
I'll see you Saturday.
Oh, we're going to
Mary's
be
coming to New York. Woo!
We're going to be Hotties IRL. And I just want to say, for all our hotties, please follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And
Yeah.
listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast, on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
Yeah, we'll
See you soon.
See you soon. Bye, hotties.
Bye.
Bye.